Welcome to the Cinema Psycho Show, the madhouse for film freaks and film fans of all types. I'm your host, Brian Coddington, joined by my fellow co-host and filmmaker, John Woolscroft.
I'm not glad this movie was not rad. It made me sad. Shaq's acting was bad.
Oh my God. I was not sure how you were going to come into this episode. I mean, one, I didn't know you could rap, John. I didn't know you had the skills. I rap as not as well as Shaq. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. So your skills are in basketball, right? And
oh yes,
and acting, right? Yeah.
Put me in the paint, I'll rebound all day. I'll make Dennis Rodman look like a bitch.
Oh my God. So this week, of course, we are back. We had a little bit of a break there, just kind of in a week there, but we're back coming in hot because we're going to be talking about a movie that as a kid I thought was good. Because I think that's the whole point. I thought this movie was good, but apparently there's also like the Mandela effect of this movie having other actors and having a completely different name. And that is the 1996, 30 years, John, 30-year-old film, not Shazam. I almost said it.
Oh, that's the one I watched. I watched the one.
Oh, you watched the one with Sinbad. Okay, how was that in the alternate universe?
Oh, it's good. He also comes out of a boombox. It's just, it's basically the same movie. You can find it on Tubi. You just got to really look for it.
It on Tubi. That's where all of those alternate universe movies are at. Like, people think like, oh yeah, like yes, we're in a different timeline. It's like, yes, in the other timeline, it wasn't Shaq, it was Sinbad who starred in a movie as a genie in an Aladdin ripoff called Shazam. But people seriously believe that thing is real.
I think he did some promotional things for something during commercial breaks or something, dressed like a genie, and people have now construed that there was a movie when it was just bumpers.
I don't remember any of that. All I know is that they're it must have been in the 2000s that people started to have this whole thing where they're like, yes, there was a movie that Sinbad was in where he played a genie. And I'm like, no, I think you mean Shaq. And people were dead set on this. These are the same people who, think that the Berenstein Bears are pronounced differently, and that
Steen is insane.
Yeah. And there's also another one where Curious George has a tail, but he doesn't really have a tail. All this sort of weird shit that apparently is in the ether. But yeah, sorry. Kazaam is the movie that this universe got.
It doesn't seem though that Sinbad would make a genie movie. That just seems right. More than Shaq.
I mean, if I had to guess, yes, I would say that Sinbad would be the person on my list of people who would say, you know what I want to do next is a genie movie. But Shaq always seemed to me like the type of actor who would rather do a movie like Steel. Remember that one, John?
Mm-hmm.
Steel, where he plays a superhero. Kinda. Sort of. And the villain is the guy from the Breakfast Club whose big deal is he's got weapons that do hypersonic shit. And, Shaq's girlfriend is basically Batgirl. Literally Batgirl after the Joker beat her up.
Don't forget Blue Chips with Nick Nolte. That one came out.
Oh shit! I forgot about Blue Chips. That's a deep cut there.
I was so disappointed when I was a kid. Not to sidebar too much, because I was 8 and I loved the NBA. I loved Shaq at the time, and so I thought it was going to be funny and silly. But this movie is deathly serious, and I'm just sitting there at 8 being I'm so bored. I don't know what's happening.
That's a lot of movies, though. A lot of movies nowadays that you'd see oh, that was good. I thought Die Hard with a Vengeance was boring as all hell when I was a kid and I watched it for the first time. But then as an adult, I'm this is fucking awesome. So I think it's a thing if your balls drop suddenly the movies that you didn't really care about as a kid, they become cool. Like as your kid, no one who's 12 years old says, "Oh yes, what am I going to do this weekend? I'm going to watch The Godfather Part 2."
Yeah.
No. But if you're, I'd say 25 to 60, you love The Godfather Part 2. You might not know anything about movies, but you love that one. So it's kind of like a rite of passage. But before I get to all of the fun stuff about Kazaam, I do want to go through a little bit of housekeeping here. But first of all, if you've never watched or listened to our podcast, hey, do me a favor and hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. Go to cinemapsychoshow.com/follow, and you can follow us on your favorite podcast platform of choice. You can basically click any of those buttons on that website, and they automatically subscribe you to our show. It's great, so you never miss an episode. On top of that, if you're watching us here on YouTube, hey, thank you so much for doing that. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the little bell. And then let us know down in the comments, what did you think of Kazaam? Is it your favorite movie in 1996, or are you like John and I, where it's like, yeah, no, it's really bad. One last little piece of kind of news, but new things for listeners and fans of the show. I have talked about this before, and John, I think you can kind of attest to this. I am really terrible at newsletters.
I'd like to meet the person out there that is good at them.
There are. I have met them in my day job, and there are amazing people at newsletters. I am not one of them. I kind of suck. I try really hard. I have aspirations to do a lot with newsletters, and sadly, I succumb to the fact that there is only so much time in the day, and I can't get them out in time. I can't put them together, and I just kind of end up going like, sorry guys, you don't get a newsletter out. So we've talked about this before. Check our back catalog. I'm sure there's multiple times I've said, hey, we're doing a newsletter. So I'm actually giving this another try. I seriously am, mostly for the following reasons. And this is important that I think it's worth going over. So we all know that we exist in algorithm hell, if you will, right? Algorithms control what you see, what you watch, what you listen to, and it controls whether or not this show gets shown to you. Okay? We've been on YouTube, we've been on Instagram, we've been on all the social apps, like literally for years, for over 10 years. And I don't see it necessarily growing the way I'd like to. So that leads me to thinking that we as podcasters and as content creators have to take control of our audience. So what I am proposing is that I'm going to start to do a weekly newsletter that is honestly going to be the most low effort in terms of like what content's in there. Does this mean you're going to see bonus content? Probably not. More than likely, you will get my thoughts on the episode or John's thoughts on the episode, because John, I'm inviting you to jump into the newsletter too. Okay? Very raw thoughts, maybe things that we thought about after the episode, like, hey, it would be cool if we wrote that down. And we're going to give it to you in our newsletter. And it's another way for you to get access to our episodes when they get out. Okay? On top of that, what I'm also going to try to also include is things that John and I are watching. So, like, I put this out in the first issue that I put out last week, but I've been really getting into The Boys. New season. John, same as you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were just both talking. We're recording this. I don't know when you're listening to it, dear listener, but we're recording it on a Wednesday, and when we're both done, we're going to go watch the new episode of The Boys.
That's right. That's right. So, like, I'm going to seriously give you, like, my thoughts on what I'm watching, what John's watching, so you can kind of keep tabs on that. Because, again, we don't really cover, like, TV shows on this podcast, but that's maybe a place that we'll put that. And then the final really important thing that I really want to do with this newsletter, that's, I think, important to me, is give you all a chance to interact directly with us in a way that actually is substantially good for you, the listener, and you, the viewer, as well as you, as well as us. And that is that I've been trying to really push the need for audience reviews of the movies that we're covering. Okay? So like, we get to the review section towards the back half of the episode, and John and I basically pull from Letterboxd. And that's great and all. And I love doing that. And honestly, like, if I don't have any reviews, that's what I'm going to keep doing. But I really want to hear from you. Like, I seriously want to know your funny takes, or, maybe you like the movie. I want to know those thoughts and highlight you directly in our episodes. So it's important to me that you have a platform to do that. We have a Discord. That's not going anywhere. That's still there. But you know what? Email is a really easy way to get kind of, interact as well. So the newsletter will always have a section that tells you what episode's coming up next and a call for reviews for you to very easily reply and drop in your review. And I'll be honest with you, if I get a bunch of reviews, I'm going to read them all. I usually pick 4, but honestly, if I get a bunch, I'll read them all. I think it's fun to go for that. Right, John?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We have 4 right now, but like, honestly, we have more. We'll take more.
There's lots of ways to reach out to us. So, don't hesitate on any of them.
Yeah, don't hesitate on any of them. So, all that to say, newsletter is now going to go out. I'm going to try to aim to have it go out a day or 2 after the episode drops. Mostly to help you if maybe you don't look at your Apple Podcasts or your Spotify or YouTube and you're just like, hey, I kind of want to get the episodes delivered to me through email. Well, guess what? This will do that too. But keep an eye out for your email. If you sign up, which again, the link for it is going to be in the description of this episode. I'm going to put it right at the tippity top. Go in, make sure you're putting us not in your spam folder, because I've noticed that email tends to do that. And that's always fun with email. Right? All right. I think that's enough of my soapbox about how to get in touch with us, enough about housekeeping. I know the first 12 minutes of this episode is going to be that. All right. Let's get into our little synopsis of Kazaam.
Well, John, before you read that, I've got a synopsis.
You've got a synopsis?
A soulless piece of trash, the movie equivalent of penis cancer.
You hated it that much?
I've never seen a movie that clearly nobody wanted to make. Like, the studio went, well, if we can make Shaq and make a kids movie, we'll make a lot of money. But that's where it ended. Because
where it ended.
Nobody wants to be a part of this.
No,
I don't think.
No, yeah. I don't think so. But here's my 1-sentence line from IMDb. Okay, this is literally only 1 sentence. This is the shortest synopsis I've seen for a movie ever. All right, I'm gonna do it in my movie theater voice. All right. A troubled kid inadvertently releases a genie who must grant him any 3 wishes he requests. That's a half-ass synopsis. Yeah. No, that doesn't sum it up. That doesn't go into anything.
Well, I don't think you needed to say, and the genie also becomes a famous rap artist.
Well, no, but like, it doesn't even talk about like the divorce and the fact that his dad's a scumbag record producer / criminal who's basically guilty of pirating CDs. Because I didn't know that was like a multi-million-dollar like enterprise that you get. Like, I totally thought drugs was what Max's dad was into. No, it's bootleg CDs.
Napster put Max's dad out of business. He put a gun in his mouth.
That's right. Well, he said he needed a new leaf, and I guess Napster was the thing that gave him the new leaf. It's like, oh, well, my whole illicit business is gone. But man, John, like, I gotta ask you just to start off, like, was this your first time watching Kazaam? Did you watch this as a kid?
Yes, it was my first time watching this movie.
This one was?
Yeah.
You avoided this as a kid.
Because I saw Blue Chips, I saw Steel, I saw my fair share of Shaq-centric movies, but yeah, this was the first go around with this thing.
Oh,
so there was no nostalgia.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there was no nostalgia to like grasp onto because
you had nothing.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. Like, if you watch that movie as an adult now, you go, okay, this is garbage. But when I watch it, there's that little tinge of remembering when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and that's enough to fill the dopamine and serotonin drops in my body. With this, since I didn't have any of that, I'm just like, will someone please kill me? I need a genie to end my life.
Would that have been one of your wishes, John?
I mean, like, don't worry about the other two. Just off me.
It's like, but don't you want junk food to the sky? Which, by the way, that wish was not fulfilled. Just got to point that out there.
Well, he had performance anxiety, old Kazaam.
He needs some Blue Chew.
He needs some Rugio.
Yeah, Rugio. Is that a new one? Is that a new one there?
You know what? I'm actually very offended because there's so many targeted ads for, like, because they're watching and they're listening to us. Here's a little bit of information that, audience, you never asked for, but I still confidently can get an erection by myself, but I get thousands of erectile dysfunction commercials, and I'm like, is this because I'm 40?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
When you get to 40, that's when you get the AARP like things get sent to you. And then, yes, the ads for erectile dysfunction medication. Apparently, like, that's the gift bag. That's the gift bag you get when you turn 40. It's like, hey, by the way, AARP is going to be very important to you. And then, by the way, just in case the junk ain't working, here you go. This will help. Yeah, I guess to try to, like, for me, like, I did see this as a kid, and I did like it back then. But granted, I was 10, maybe 11 years old when I saw this, so my brain wasn't fully formed.
Right. This is around the time, that I liked Batman Forever.
Yeah.
And Brian and I have now had 2 separate episodes where we talk about first why we don't like it, and then we fix the fucking thing.
We spent so much time on Batman Forever that you might think we liked it, but we really don't.
It's just living rent free in our brain.
Yeah, it's living there, just going like, you know what, that motherfucking movie shouldn't exist, but let's just spend more time on it. You know, there's a fine line between love and hate. Okay. but yeah, like I did see this movie, as a kid. I did like it back then. But again, like, I wasn't paying attention to the problems. And I mean, kind of to harken back to episode 1, as a kid, I really loved Batman Returns. As an adult, I started to see the problems with it.
Flawless movie. Flawless movie.
Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I was watching it again a couple days ago, and I still enjoy it. I still have fun watching it, but it's not flawless. Let's be honest.
No, it's not. But it's a good time.
It's a good time. Definitely better than Kazaam. Now, do we want to start to tackle this movie like in terms of like the plot?
Well, see, what I find odd is that the kid Max is portrayed like he's this class clown, goofy, like, ragamuffin man about town. But then
ragamuffin man about town. Okay.
But yet he's still bullied. You think that this kid wouldn't be overly bullied, but like, he's got like 3 or 4 kids that seem like any given day could just murder him. Like, they outline his body with spray paint in the bathroom. And I'm like, I feel that some of these writers are really working out a lot of shit that they went through when they were kids with these movies. But
yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is worth mentioning that the filmmaker behind this movie was Paul Michael Glaser,
the director of Running Man.
The director of Running Man. So I'm not surprised that his thoughts on human interaction do not extend that far beyond just the, hey, kids are cruel. How cruel can we make them? Because again, we saw with The Running Man, even though that's a great film, not going to take anything away from The Running Man. Check our back catalog. We did a whole episode on it not too long ago. That there's no depth there, okay? There's no depth there.
It's glorious cheese, and it's not. It doesn't pretend to be anything else. Yeah,
glorious cheese. But yeah, I mean, these kids are kind of dicks to Max, and Max is played by, blink and you'd miss it, actor Francis Capra, who I knew who he was because I watched Veronica Mars.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. He was one of the bullies in Veronica Mars back then.
She's like a school detective.
She's like a detective.
Journalist.
She's a detective. Yes. She's a private detective.
Yeah, I've seen that show. Yeah.
My wife got me into it. Like, I never watched it during its run, but I think it was a COVID watch. She was like, "Have you ever seen Veronica Mars?" I'm like, "I have never seen it." And I know Lane was a fan of it.
Mm-hmm. That's how I was adjacent to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I eventually just was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I actually really liked it. I watched that. I watched the movie that came out about it. But yeah, Francis Capra plays Max, and I think this might have been one of his first roles. But he went on to have kind of the bit part character in some of these other shows like Veronica Mars, and I think he was also in The Strain as well early on. So yeah, he's had a career, but it's Kazaam is what I think most people know him from.
Did I miss something? Because like the movie kind of opens up with an abandoned bottle and vase shop. Can't imagine why
those exist.
Yeah.
Those totally exist.
And it's like half the merch is just still there. I'm surprised somebody doesn't just come in and just take them.
I mean, it opens up with this abandoned bottle and vape and whatever curios shop that's being torn down. And I guess Kazaam's original lamp is in there. And I guess the question always becomes, what happens if the lamp is broken? Where does the genie go? Is he free? No, not really. He has to go into something else.
And he goes into a boom box.
Yes, of all the things.
But a lamp makes sense because if you shrink down, you can exist in the bottle, like I Dream of Genie rule. But how does he get into a boom box?
I don't know. Tape player.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no CD player on that thing. That's a total 1980s boombox, man.
I love too. It's just well, what are kids into? What are they really like? Super Nintendo? Well, we can't get the rights. Boom boxes? Yeah, there we go.
A boom box that plays.
The Genie will be in a boom box.
Yeah, that plays Jamaican music. That sounds cool. Let's do that. Yeah.
I love the movie setup that he's being chased by the bullies, and thankfully he just happens to run to the abandoned genie bottle shop and fall
John,
through 9 stories.
Well, John, there's a couple things to break down there. Okay. There's a couple things to break. One, apparently this movie depicts New York as having no shortage of abandoned locations for any manner of shenanigans to ensue. That's all this movie is. 2, Max falling through the floor like he does in the beginning of this movie, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
He'd be totally corpse.
Because, the thing is, he hits he keeps going through the floor, but he still falls 11 feet.
Yes.
Then falls through again and again until he's on the ground.
That's what I'm saying, you're dead. Let's just take it into the account of, okay, this is an abandoned building that's been partially knocked down. There's probably rust and rebar and nails and wood and all manner of debris in that very hole that Max falls down through. Now and also don't get me started on asbestos and everything else like that. Okay, that kid would be dead. He would not be making wishes. He would not be reuniting with his dad. He would be a corpse.
Well, it's funny that you should say abandoned places in this movie. This kid, I swear this movie exists in the same universe as the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Because after they got rid of the foot, apparently this kid just came in and took the Foot Clan hideout. He's
that's
a skate park himself.
Dude, that's the shared universe. Kazaam and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's the same thing. It's the shared universe right there.
That's what Shredder was robbing all those places for. Because I always ask, why does he need 300 VCR? He was looking for a genie and all these electronics.
I mean, I'll buy that. That'll make, you know what? That would make a better movie.
Master Shredder, Betamax.
Betamax. Did you find the boombox yet? No, Master Shredder. And then what's his face who comes out with the cigarettes? Oh, I forget his name. The actor who was really young. Oh God, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, okay, find it. But anyway, yeah, he comes out and he's like, all we found is a boombox, but I gave it to a kid or something like that. Oh shit. Anyway, it's not worth it.
This movie's not worth it.
This movie's not worth it.
But this is where, you know, and we'll get to like his family strife in a minute, but this is where we meet Shaq as, you know, these kids, even though this kid just fell like 9 stories. They're like, let's go finish off whatever's left of his rotting corpse. But he's hiding down there, accidentally lets Shaq out of the boombox. And at this point I was like, oh no, is he gonna rhyme this entire movie? And thank God. Well, thank God they did cool the jets for a little bit, or he stopped rapping and rhyming everything.
Well, we don't want to blow our rhyming and rapping load in one go, John. We don't want to blow that because there's so many times in this movie where all Shaq does is communicate in rhymes and riddles and raps.
And nobody in like lower Manhattan or Bronx or wherever this is supposed to take place has any issue with a 12-year-old boy who is screaming for a 7-foot giant to leave him alone, and the person will not leave him alone. How
it's New York. No one cares.
Yeah,
it's New York. No one cares.
Max is clearly uncomfortable with this man following him. Like something's not right.
No, something's not right, and it's not like, you know, Shaq can hide himself because he's massive. But you know, you would think someone who's like, oh yeah, I'm a genie, I'll grant you wishes. You might like take him up on that, but no, Max just wants to get home to his home life because his home life kind of sucks.
Okay, I got a lot to say about it.
What do you got to say about this?
First off, his mother is like a doting mother that he treats like absolute shit. And when her new boyfriend is trying to win over Max, and he's like, you're not my father, you'll never be my father. I'm like, this is my first time watching it, so I'm like, oh, Max's dad must have like left last year, 2 years ago. No, he doesn't even have any cognitive memory of his father. His father left when he was 2 years old or something like that. So why is he putting his dad on a fucking pedestal? Like he should hate his father.
I can tell you why. It's because he doesn't know any better. Because in Max's head, he believes that his father is kind of an idolized figure, right? Because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't remember any of the negative stuff. Because don't get you wrong, there probably were negative things in that relationship that he just doesn't remember because he left when he was a kid, when he was a baby. So like all the stuff, he doesn't know that. So all he knows is like, oh, my mom gets on my ass about going to school. And yeah, my potential firefighter new stepdad is trying to be nice and like be responsible and be there. And that's not my real dad. So like, I understand a little bit. He is kind of a little shit though.
Yeah.
You know, and you would think like the minute he actually like witnesses his dad being a piece of shit to him, that maybe that would be the time that Max would be like, oh wow, my mom and my potential new stepdad are actually like not jerks. But we don't really ever have that sort of turn. Like there's never that change that happens here. He just has like, oh, my dad can be involved in my life, and I don't really have to apologize to anybody for the way I acted before. Because I don't think he ever like apologizes to his mom or his mom's boyfriend
Well,
ever.
at the very, very, very end of the movie, like he doesn't actually apologize, but he's kind of just like, well, it'd be cool if fireman's potential stepdad if you came over. I can't remember what he said, but it's basically he's like, I accept this now.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah, it's
oh, thanks so much, Max.
wow. I'm so glad, Max, that you accepted it. It's so great. Like I needed that validation.
You can come in my mom now.
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, he is kind of a shit to him, and you know, all I feel bad for the mom above all because like she's got to deal with her son being a piece of shit. She's got to deal with her ex-husband, Max's dad, somehow like getting Max and bring him into his very shitty world. So like all of this is going on. Oh yeah, by the way, he's also not going to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has like very vague like feelings like towards Last Action Hero.
That's the vibe I thought too. I was like, this feels a little bit like Danny Manigan in Last Action Hero. Just a tiny smidge. But Max does discover that his dad is not dead or not there. He's actually like back in New York. And his dad, well, John, he has a very interesting job, right?
He works for the record company.
Does he work for the record company?
Well, he's burning CDs. He's making bootleg CDs, but he also has talent there.
Yeah, so he owns a nightclub that's opening up, and he like the whole thing is that this nightclub's like a front.
And I guarantee it was like a front for drugs, and then they went, guys, this is a kids movie.
This is Disney.
Oh, burning CDs?
Yeah. Burning CDs. Because the whole time you're like, all right, I get that Max's dad, Nick, is a total like piece of shit to some degree. He's got to be involved in some sort of criminal activity. We don't know what it is. But yes, John's not wrong when he says it quite literally is bootleg CDs of music, and that's the whole criminal enterprise. Is that
fun fact of bootlegs in one of the original rough? I don't know even if it made to a draft of the script, but it was just a rough idea. They actually did give an explanation on how Marty McFly and Doc Brown were friends, and it was that Doc was so hard up for money when he lost his family fortune that he somehow knew that Marty McFly knew how to bootleg VHS tapes. And so they like went into business together because Doc needed money and Marty just wanted fun money. And that's how they knew each other, instead of the movie just not explaining why like a 70-year-old, nuclear scientist is friends with a high school student.
I would have liked to have seen that explanation. I think that would have been a fun explanation to see. Not that it adds anything to the plot, but just like it does kind of give a reason why a teenager would be hanging out with a 70-year-old.
Unless that 70-year-old's grooming him.
Yeah, that's the only other thing. So anyway, Max goes to
Marty, have you ever heard of a man named Caligula? Let's travel back in time and go hang out with him. What do you say, Marty?
What do you say, Marty? That seems like something that you would see on Rick and Morty, like before it was Rick and Morty. Like, Rick and Morty had like a Doc and Morty YouTube video. There was a YouTube channel called Doc and Morty, and it was like Rick and Morty before it was Rick and Morty, and it was a total parody of Back to the Future. But for legal reasons, when they eventually made Rick and Morty, they changed it. But like that sort of thing is exactly what you would see in one of those episodes. Not at all related to Kazaam, by the way. Okay, not at all related to Kazaam. But so Max goes to his dad's. He sneaks in to his dad's nightclub. His dad, of course, doesn't know who the fuck he is because 12 years has passed, and while Max is kind of pissed off about the fact his dad doesn't know who he is, Kazaam gets his mojo back for making wishes, and he grants his first wish. And I would say this is probably like the only wish that's granted, because I don't remember any other wishes that were granted in this movie. Well, no, yeah, I do. There's 2 wishes technically that were granted. The third one we were told is not possible, but it happens anyway.
Yeah, remember, you don't have much time to grant wishes when you have a burgeoning rap career.
Yes, I get that.
But we'll get there.
We're going to get there because that's important to talk about. But yes, Max's first wish is that he wants junk food to the sky. Which
is, the thing is, like, I can't kill anybody for you. Like, if it really was junk food to the sky, it would have buried humans alive in Skittles and M&Ms.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that the wish was fulfilled because I didn't see junk food go to the sky. I mean,
no, it filled up like a quarter of a warehouse.
It filled up a warehouse, yeah, and it hit like a roof of the warehouse, like that was it, but it wasn't to the sky. And let alone, who wants to eat all of that junk food to the sky?
Well, you got to feel bad for Max because he clearly asked for it because he thinks this guy is full of shit. He probably just thinks he's like some weird psychotic pedophile that's just chasing him around. But as soon as he like gets all this junk food, he's got to be like, "Oh shit, I just wasted a wish."
Yeah,
on 3,000 M&Ms.
Yeah. You could have wished for anything at that point. Anything. It also is very clear that I almost got to wonder what would happen if Max was just 2 years older. What kind of wish that would be? Like, what kind of wish would a 15-year-old Max wish for? Wouldn't it be junk food? It'd be probably pretty gross.
Yeah.
Pretty gross. He'd be like, everything I saw in Cinemax, I want that in reality now.
Yeah.
That they couldn't make this movie with a 15-year-old Max. But yeah, he gets his junk food. He only eats like a candy bar and that's it. So I'm like, great, you just wasted not only a wish, but all of that food that is now, I imagine it's taken from somewhere, right? Like, it's not like it's manifested out of thin air. It is pulled from somewhere because I don't know the mechanics of magic.
See, that's what I always wondered. If you ask for like $100 million, like our money is tracked through our treasury. So like, it's not like we live in a time where like currency is gold coins and rubies, it's dollar bills and stuff. So it's like, wouldn't they all be counterfeit bills?
Well, it also depends. It also depends what kind of magic we're talking about here. Are we talking monkey's paw magic? Because monkey's paw magic, you don't want those wishes. Because usually, like, if you want $100 million, well, guess what? That means, like, your mom has to die, and you find out that your mom had $100 million life insurance policy.
Yeah, see, I don't think Shazam's up to nothing.
No. So, like, I'm wondering, I'm like, what type of magic is this? Is this nefarious magic, or is this just, we manifested out of nothing? Those are empty calories, quite literally. They're you eat the food there, it goes to nothing. But so Max again tries, now knowing that he has a real genie, he again tries to like get into his dad's nightclub. And I guess the second time around was what actually made it work, because he tells his dad what his last name is and who he is, and suddenly his dad's like, "Oh man, I didn't know I have a son." It's
like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You totally
just
did.
Abandoned him for a decade.
You're a deadbeat dad. Like you knew. You just didn't care.
Because I think the movie, I might be remembering wrong, but
none of your CD pirated money went anywhere to the child support for Max, dick.
Because I think the movie did say that like he left like when Max was like 2, and so that means that it's taken over a fucking decade for the divorce to go through, and no time in that 10-year period did he try to see his son. And I'm assuming they also means he's not paid child support for over a decade.
No. I mean, I don't see Max's dad as the honest type. Okay. He doesn't have an honest face to me. But yeah, so I guess he brings him into his world and he introduces him to Debrat, which I'm like, oh God. That takes me back to 1996 when Debrat was really famous.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's some 1996 level shit there. But yeah, we also get introduced to the villain of the movie
At like the 45-minute mark of
At
a
the
87-minute movie.
yeah. Because it's around this time that like Kazaam discovers a DJ like set and plays around with it, and he even like comes back later to the nightclub and does a little rapping, which I guess gets the attention of Malik, who's the big bad of the movie.
Apparently,
talk a little bit about Malik.
You mean just like your classic generic foreign evil guy? Because it's 1996. Yeah,
he kind of looks a little bit like Bernie Lomax from Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
like he looks like a fat Bernie Lomax. But yes, he is your stereotypical international man of villainy.
I guess the movie just didn't want the dad to be the villain, because I thought that's where they were going, and it's like, oh no, here's this guy.
Well, we gotta have it where the dad can do villainous things, but he's got to be like pushed to do villainous things. It's not like he can just be a shit human being. Like in reality, if we were making a movie that was reality, the dad would be an asshole too.
Yeah.
And there would be no redemption because, again, you take into account, hey, you didn't see your kid for like 10 years. You haven't paid child support. You do nefarious things related to bootleg CDs. You don't need a handler for that shit. That's just you.
Yeah.
But the movie gives us a handler. And Malik kind of gets an idea very early on that Kazaam isn't just a gigantic, tall rapper with talent. He's
talent.
Yeah. He's a genie. Yeah.
That's a bold assumption to make.
Yeah. While all this is going on, like Kazaam obviously like stops doing wishes because he's all into his rap career.
Yeah, this movie just takes
it abandoned
hard
wishes.
Left turn.
Yeah, it totally like abandoned wishes, and like he's no longer wishing for shit. But I guess because like Max wants to almost like get back at his dad because he stole his dad's like tape or some shit like that he was gonna pirate off and turn into a bunch of bootleg CDs or some shit. We don't know. Okay, all we know is that the tape that Max stole and his buddy stole, caused some problems. So Max's second wish is to get the tape back.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, we find out that doesn't really matter because Max's dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they didn't cut off his thumbs, because he didn't have the tape any longer.
I mean, they probably were about to. Malik was like, "You better get that fucking tape back because how are we gonna make our nut in the pirated CD game?
We gotta get our nut.
Gotta get our nut with a pirated CD in 1996 from a tape. Like the fidelity of a tape to a CD, not very good, but whatever. Movie.
Meanwhile, it's 1,000 times easier back then to play a CD and then record to tape. Like,
yeah,
I had Weird Al's Bad Hair Day, and all my friends wanted a copy, so I made tape versions for them.
Yeah, it was easy back then.
Yeah,
but he took it. Nick Mateo took it on a whole other level. He was like the J.P. Morgan of pirated CDs.
He's playing 4D chess. The rest of us are playing checkers.
Yeah. he had the opportunity to like squash that Kaza and Morpheus thing really early on in Napster, but he just said, you know what? No one's going to be downloading their movies or downloading the music anywhere. No internet could go that fast. Everyone's going to be wanting my pirated CDs. There he is.
Flawless plan.
Flawless plan. Flawless plan. So while all of Kazam's like stuff is going on with his rap career, he forgets to make wishes, and of course Max kind of tries to help his dad and ends up, I would say, would you say, John, like he dies?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me break this scene down for you. This is towards the end of the movie, but I think there's not a whole lot of weight to this film. But so like Malik basically realizes Kazaam is a genie and realizes he has to like get rid of Max or force Max to make his third wish so that Malik can get control of Kazaam and wish for more wishes, because any person would do that.
Yeah.
Like your first wish would be, I wish for more wishes. Immediately.
At least two
more wishes.
Yeah.
But you know, Max says, oh, I'm not going to make my third wish, so go fuck yourself. And so Malik kills him. Period.
Credits roll.
Credits roll. Credits roll. Yeah. Because Max is dead. He falls down an elevator shaft. He's fucking dead. Dead as a doornail. He ain't coming back. And this, of course, causes Kazaam to, like, lose his shit. He, like, flows through a bunch of walls because apparently when Max is in trouble because Max is his master, there's a lot of problems, by the way, with that terminology in this movie. Real some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's even a moment where like Max says, well, I own you. And I'm like, oh, please. Why? Why would you fucking say that, movie? Ever?
Well, if Shaq is so important, which the producer, a producer on the film, or maybe it was a director, went to.
Producer was the director.
Game. Or yeah, they went to a Magic game and then they got to meet Shaq because they're famous and went, we should figure out a movie for you. And Shaq's just like, sweet, movies kick ass. I want to get paid. And then this is what we got out of it. But if Shaq is that important, like if that's your selling point, then have like the young boy be African American too. So you don't have those creepy, unsettling, I own you and I'm your master and things like that, considering the last 250 years of this said country.
Yeah, and I know that someone in our comments is going to go, well, Brian, John, it was the 90s. I don't care.
No.
Like, the words, I own you, it wasn't good then. It ain't good now. You should never say that, you know. But the movie, it went there. And so, but yeah, anyway, Max has, quote-unquote, ownership of Kazaam. And I guess Max's dying relinquishes the ownership of the genie to Malik. But that apparently doesn't work because somehow, I don't know how, but like Kazaam is able to make Max come back to life.
Because movie. Yeah, I don't have an answer for this.
I got nothing. Like
it's that Trinity kissing Neo bullshit. Oh
it
God!
Worked, no, dude. It works. It works in the Matrix. It doesn't work in this. Okay. But yeah. Apparently, Max comes back to life or some shit, and it's because of Kazaam's wish. And yeah. I forgot to mention, like, the movie doesn't even explain this. So like, there's a moment where Kazaam is totally like under Malik's control for like half a second, but then suddenly isn't, and like beats the shit out of all of Malik's minions, and then he turns Malik into a basketball and dunks him.
Well, we gotta get Shaq dunking at some point.
Yeah, I know that, but like, why isn't Malik's body covered in blood and viscera? Because a 7-foot tall fucking Genie just mashed this grown adult into a basketball.
Into a fine paste.
No, just into a fucking like I'm like, how is that man alive? Because he's technically alive as he's screaming, "Oh no, 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 no," as he gets dunked. I'm like, no, there should be blood and viscera and gore all over Shaq's hands, but the movie doesn't do that because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
It goes into total Looney Tune territory. All right.
So this movie was sound logic to you before this point, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a movie about junk food to the sky.
Yeah.
And a 7-foot tall Genie who also happens to rap and play basketball. Yes, totally made sense to me. But for me, the step too far was turning a grown man into a basketball with no blood and gore. I think it would have improved the movie. No joke.
I really do think that the original script was like 40 pages, and they're like, well, this isn't a short.
You're giving it 30 pages more credit.
But they're like, well, we got to throw some other side story in there. And they went, well, Shaq does want to have a versioning rap career. Maybe we'll just sidebar the whole movie as he becomes a successful rapper.
It's like, well, you know what we can do is the soundtrack for the movie can just feature all of Shaq's tracks that he sang in the movie.
Perfect.
You know? Boom. Right
no
there.
Notes.
No notes, nothing. But yes, Kazaam is able to make Max come back to life, which apparently makes him a djinn. Now, funny thing about that, and I don't know, John, are you a fan of the movie Wishmaster?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
We're among friends. So being a djinn is a bad thing in the universe of Wishmaster because djinns are basically wish-granting demons.
Mm-hmm.
So all Kazaam wants to be is a wish-granting demon. That's his aspiration, is to be a djinn. Like I could be a djinn. It's like, do you know what that is? Apparently, according to Wishmaster logic. But I just found it funny when he's like, oh, I'm not only a genie, I want to be a djinn because I can grant power I could do anything I want. It's like, okay, that's cool. So apparently him making Max come back to life is the thing that makes him a djinn. And apparently to become a djinn, you turn into the Teletubbies' golden sun. He does. He grows. He grows bigger than he already is. And he just becomes a giant yellow blob. Just his fucking face. As Max just falls into his face.
You know, this movie already had tons of fisheye lens close-ups of Shaq's stupid fucking face.
So we really needed a giant golden one, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We needed a giant
hit that money shot.
Yeah, get that money shot. So yeah, Max wakes up in the burning building because not only did Shaq become the Teletubby son, but he also lit the building on fire for good measure. Apparently Max's final wish was for his dad to have a second chance. So the second chance comes in the dad escaping from the fire and not dying, and then getting arrested by police for his bootlegging crimes.
Mixed blessing, I guess.
Mixed blessing. He could have died.
His skin didn't melt off his
His skin
bones,
didn't melt off, but he might get shanked in prison.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to be like that
second chance.
That Andy Dufresne ass raping. You know, he's going to Shawshank, you know?
Stay away from the sisters. Yeah. So the movie ends with Kazaam, now a djinn, apparently not a golden god anymore. He is now just a normal person, hanging out with his new girlfriend Asia, and that's it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Wait,
What?
so
Yeah.
he has like he still has the powers of a god, right?
He's a god. Yes, he's a djinn.
Yeah. Does his
Wish-granting
girlfriend know this?
Apparently, yes. Well, his girlfriend says you got to get a job, but like you're a god. Do you need to get a job? You can just literally imagine money and it shows up.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a job. You can just say, yeah, today I have infinite monies. Boom, there it is.
Meanwhile, though, like if she gives him the business whatsoever, he could be like, "Hey, you could keep, yelling at me, or I can give you a 3-hour continuous orgasm because I'm a god." What would you rather do, honey?
I mean, I would not want to be in a relationship with someone who is a god, because what if they get angry? He's a djinn now. Can he just like make your mouth disappear like Poltergeist? Not Poltergeist. What the hell was it? Twilight Zone, the movie, where the kid's mouth disappears. Is it like that? Could that happen? Because he is in essence a god, walking among us. This movie is so disjointed and it's so weird that I upon rewatch I'm just like, fuck, man. This movie is only made for people with underdeveloped brains.
A movie made by committee, but nobody in the committee wanted to make it.
Yeah, seriously. Huh. Well, do you want to get to some reviews, John?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So for those who are uninitiated or do not know our reviews section, this is the part of the podcast where I find about 4 different reviews, usually from Letterboxd, but if we have reviews that come into us through our newsletter or through our Discord channel, we'll play them here. So, John, you have not seen these reviews, right?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. Okay, so let's take a look at review number 1. I think Touchstone Pictures had 2 screenplays in their office. One, a drama about a troubled child of divorce who tries to track down his ne'er-do-well rap producer father. Another, a lighthearted modern-day version of Aladdin. And then an unpaid intern was carrying unstable copies of both and dropped them on the floor. They then forced a non-English speaker to try to figure out which was which. Of course, whoever read this Frankenstein script, they decided it was a good idea to cast Shaq for some reason.
I looked up the history of this thing. This entire movie is based around Shaq. They wanted Shaq in a movie before they even considered writing a Genie movie. So
really,
it started there. Yeah,
I didn't know that. So their whole impetus was Shaq wants to do a movie. How can we get him into a movie?
Yep, pretty much. Even though he had already made Blue Chips, but I mean, I guess he wasn't the star of that or anything. They wanted to make a starring vehicle for Shaq.
Yeah, and this is before Steel. Like I think Steel came out in like 97 or 98.
97, I think. Yeah.
So he did 2 years of trying to be an actor, and then we all realized Shaq can't act for shit.
But they say modern day Aladdin. You mean Aladdin ripoff?
It is literally a modern day Aladdin ripoff. I mean, I was waiting for someone to call Max a street rat.
He kind of is too. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He kind of is like someone could have called him a street rat, and I would just be like, I see what you did there. And I mean, Touchstone Pictures, that's a sidearm of Disney, so they very easily could have just called it Aladdin the movie, and we would have not known the wiser.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Touchstone. Like we're gonna use Touchstone to release A Nightmare Before Christmas because it's a little spooky,
it's too
a little
scary,
off brand, and then it becomes this perennial holiday classic. And You can't walk through Disney World right now without gift shops full of Jack Skellingtons and and Sally's and stuff. It's like, oh wow! Now that it's profitable,
that's
you guys
the
have
only
no
way,
problem with
that's
it.
the only way it works, man. It's like, oh, you made money, now we will plaster you everywhere. Like I saw recently that apparently at Galaxy's Edge in Disney World and Disneyland, they're like removing all of the sequel trilogy stuff. They're reverting it all back to like classic Star Wars.
So
because
the originals and the prequels?
Yeah. Because it's not making money. So they spent all that time and they're just like, yeah, the newer thing, get the fuck out of here. Focus on Mandalorian, focus on Grogu, focus on not the stuff we spent a shit ton of money on.
Well, I really did feel like and for the audience who hasn't seen it yet, I won't say what it is, but I really felt the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian was kind of a just kidding. We're gonna just try again. Those three movies you saw, those aren't real. We just fucked with you. April Fool's.
Let's be honest here. They're not dumb at Disney. They know they fucked up. Like but it's like, well, if you paint yourself into a corner, how can you get out of the corner? Yeah. And it's like, how much disruption can you do? But anyway, let's go to review number 2. Okay, so review number 2 is, am I actually supposed to like this Max kid? The movie seems to think so. It acts like I am, or I'm supposed to believe Kazaam would find this kid potential friend material. If he wasn't, let's call it obliged to him by ancient magical claptrap. I really underestimated how irritatingly awful this movie would be. Steel is a 5-star tour de force compared to this. Given how Kazaam's first attempts at a material wish went, Max is probably doomed to exist at least until the heat death of the universe, possibly beyond, continuing to wrap poorly into the boundless eternal nothing.
Wow. Somebody's quite the poet. I like it.
Someone pulled out their thesaurus. For this one. Yeah, I mean, any wish that Kazaam makes, it might be something like you're cursed with immortality too.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be because it's like the monkey's paw, logically you said. It's just because he's inept.
Yeah. There was one thing that we didn't mention, that he apparently caused Pompeii and killed thousands of people.
Oh my God, yeah, we just glossed over that. He is a horrific murderer. Why?
I wonder what the wish was for that, John. You know what? The wish probably was whoever had him was like, yeah, you know what? It's a little cold today in Pompeii. Do you think we can warm up the city a little bit? I'd
like to see what that lava and that big hill looks like.
Your wish is my command.
Yeah, that was when his wishes weren't working. All right, let's go to review number 3. Shaq delivers his big person humor while the little white piece of shit throws his wishes away. It's hard to remember what he even wishes for besides the shower of junk food. Oh, and he only eats 1 candy bar. I guess Shaq ate the rest. You should see what he can do with French toast. By the way, the white kid has some amazing secret hangout. He's an electrical genius, which has no importance. Kazaam versus Wishmaster 2019. I am Kazaam.
Oh, yeah. God, there's so many little stupid things in this
forgot movie. He was an electrical genius. I totally didn't remember that.
Oh, remember when Shaq pretended to be a tutor?
Oh, well, briefly, because that was when he was playing with the French toast. He made the French toast like fly around and all sorts of shit. Yeah, I remember that, and I'm like, why is this in the movie?
It looked like something out of like one of those 90s commercials, like new French toast cereal. The kids' eyes pop out of their head, and then the cereal floats into their mouths. Yeah.
I didn't quite get that, but yeah, again, a lot of people really think that the whiny little kid is a whiny little kid and piece of shit. So glad to see that's across the board. He really isn't. He's just kind of a jerk. All right, let's go to review our last and final review. Why is no one talking about the fact that Shaq caused Pompeii?
Yeah.
Well, we all know how COVID started, right? It was because someone said they didn't want to go to work on Monday.
No, I want to make a wish. I want to fuck a pangolin. I want to fuck a bat.
I am Kazaam.
Let's make it happen. I can't make it love you, but I can get it here and then you can fuck it.
Like, oh, that's great. Then I'll throw all my jizz around the produce section of a grocery store.
And that's how COVID happened.
Damn it, Shaq.
Your wish is my Kazaam.
I love how we've made like your wish is my Kazaam is now how he says it instead of that would have been better if he just said your wish is my Kazaam. Oh shit. Oh man, this is a good one. Final thoughts, John, on Kazaam.
It's like I said, this is a soulless movie equivalent of penis cancer. It is just it is unwatchable. I have more fun watching Neil Breen movies because at least they're mind-bogglingly bad. This is like competent enough. Although it does feel like a made for Disney Channel movie, not, one that had a budget for theatrical release. But yeah, it's just nobody cares and it shows, and it's just a sad hunk of crap.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was going to like this more upon rewatch just because, as I mentioned, I had seen this as a kid. But I was wrong. I don't know if I'd go as far, John, to say as it's penis cancer. No, I don't think I would go that far. I would go as far to say that if you happen to be under the age of 12, you might find this movie fun. If you're above the age of 12, your brain being more developed will not be able to handle how dumb this fucking movie is. Like that's just it. This is one of those, like, you go to the amusement park and you see like the guy standing in front of like the Jackrabbit or the any other, the Thunderbolt, and it says you have to be this high to be able to ride. Well, Kazaam is you have to be this fucking dumb to like it. Or your brain has to be this developed to enjoy it. And if it's over that amount, then yeah, you're not going to enjoy it. But yeah. Never watch this one again. I'll tell you that. I'm surprised they didn't try to make a sequel to it. It is worth noting that the budget for Kazaam, did you take a guess at what the budget was, or do you know already?
I'm going to say it was 30 million.
You're overshooting. It was 20.
20,
okay. Guess how much it made back?
9 million?
No, it made 18.9. It got close
to making its
to
just
make
the budget
to make its nut. It got close. I got close. Oh shit! All right, well, John, where can they find you on the internets?
Let's see, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me over at JDubs Video Nasties, the letter J followed space DUB' Video Nasties over at YouTube. So go check that out. And as Brian will probably tell you in a few minutes here, what you need to do for this show, you need to do that for my YouTube channel if you like.
Yes, definitely go subscribe to his stuff. John's got great stuff always on his channel. A lot of deep dives, things that I don't go into here, but John has. Of course, if you have loved this podcast, please do me a favor and share it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your favorite, like, friend who loves 90s shit. Like, you've got one who is still, like, pining for the 90s. They might like this episode. Of course, if you want to, you can follow our podcast on your favorite podcast app of choice by going to cinemapsychoshow.com/follow. You can go there, click the little buttons there, and you can follow us on your favorite podcast app of choice. And of course, if you're watching us here on YouTube, hey, thank you so much for doing that. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and let us know down in the comments, what did you think of Kazaam? And what wish would you want from a 7-foot tall genie who apparently caused Pompeii? I seriously want to know. And with that said, we will see you next time.
I can't believe I'm doing this bit, but this film was made by a twit, and Shaq's acting is total shit.